Let's move on to our management that we have on the show today, and that is Amit N Mahajan, Director at Parasdefence and Spaces, joining in with us this afternoon on ET. Now, they're going to be talking to us about their numbers. When you're looking at it, Mr. Mahajan, the numbers, revenue surely seeing an uptick on a year-on-year basis, but margins have seen a contraction, profit is down as well. And also in terms of order book is now what I want to understand as well. So yes, in terms of the order book of the company, what is that looking like? Where do you see the order book, your overall order book ending at for March 2024? Last year it was 393 crores. There was a lot of, added orders that have come in for the company as well. So by the year end, what should be the order book like?
Good morning. Firstly, I'd like to put it straight that all's looking nice. It does not look, not always the figures tell you what the reality is. The order book is very, very strong. We are not a quarter-on-quarter based company. So we are a project-oriented company, which means that there will be some quarters which may not give you the right picture of how we are going to perform at the end of the year. So this is one of such quarters. The two reasons primarily why there has been some dip on the profitability is because one, in this particular quarter, defense engineering, our vertical, performed better than the defense optics and optronic systems. So defense engineering is a little low on the profitability and hence that impact. Secondly, the effect of subsidiary. There is a lot of R&D efforts which are happening in the subsidiary and they are not making revenues as yet. Maybe from next year on, they will start making revenues and you will see that these companies actually come and become profitable. Currently, those losses also come and see on the balance sheet of Parasdefence. So these are primarily the reasons. These are all, I would call it, positive when it comes to the long-term perspective of the stock.
Right, Mr. Mahajan, just follow up on that. So what's the order book number looking like right now?
If I have to put all the orders in place on hand and all L1, it is in excess of 630 crores.
630 crore, how much is L1?
That we've been having. So it's looking very, very good.
And of this 630 crore, how much is L1 and how much is order in hand at this moment?
Order book on hand actually is 630. I am not even counting the L1s. So if I start counting the L1s, it's going to be in excess of 700.
What is the kind of order inflow that you're expecting for the next financial year, that is FY25?
We would want to keep a steady 2x or 2.5x of your revenues. So this is on schedule. What is good is right now we're maintaining more than 3x when it comes to the opportunity size. The opportunity size is swelling like for Indian manufacturers, it is really, really huge.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong here. Earlier, had you given some guidance to grow your revenue by around 30 to 40%? And I believe for the first 9 months of FY24, at least that has not been met. So are you revising it downwards, or we should expect some higher growth coming in the fourth quarter? How does this work?
So the higher growth will come in the fourth quarter, and it should with a tolerance of 5-10% here and there, but it should be on schedule.
Okay. And on the margin front, you did mention that in defense engineering has a lower margin and hence margins have been impacted on a YOY basis. But I can also see that the cost of raw material has also bumped up. So was that also one of the reasons why your margins have come down, and how are margins looking like for Q4, and any guidance if you could give for FY25?
The margins for defense engineering is lower because the raw material costs are higher. So that the same impact you can see it on the cost of material. But the company's the business is going towards more product-based business. So this will get ironed out at the end of the year.
Right. Mr. Mahajan, also what I want to understand in terms of drones, that is around, I think, contribution was a few months back was around 20%. What is the outlook in terms of the drone segment? Are you seeing an increased pace in terms of more demands or more orders coming in the drones front as well?
So currently we are executing a drone order, which everybody knows about, the agricultural drone. And there is a good movement in the agricultural drone segment. We are expecting, we are doing good when it comes to this particular order as well. And moving forward, we are expecting good amount of business coming from the agri drone sector. So yes, this particular drone segment is doing good.
Okay, Mr. Mahajan, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now, talking to us about the company's outlook, order book, as well as different segments as well. That was the management of Paras Defence. As of now, last 1 year, the stock has seen a 40% uptick.